Supposing we take a chord progression that is very common in music and play it all backwards. I'm going to call this concept a rewind. Think of it as watching a video backwards, or think of it as listening to something in reverse. Maybe it's a bit like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk. Just listen to what this sounds like. What you just heard is a bunch of dominant 7 chords using the circle of fifths, going backwards rather than going in the normal direction we usually hear. At the end, I finished up with a German 6th chord, going to minor and then to major just to give it all a rather exotic sound. I find the result both unusual because it's not something I normally hear, but also quite nice. So in the future, I will use it in something that I write. First of all, let's review what the circle of fifths is. Let's hear all the black notes in the order that we normally learn them. First, I will play them ascending in fourths, and please remember that going up fourths is the same as coming down fifths. After playing them going up, I am repeating them, zigzagging in the way that is most pleasing to the ear. Just remember that we can assign any kind of chords to these notes, and the result is something that we very commonly hear. Now let's hear all the white notes in the order we normally learn them. Once again, I will ascend in fourths, and then I will repeat the same idea, zigzagging in the way that is most pleasing to the ear. This completes a review of what the circle of fifths means. It is something that all beginners and intermediates need to understand very well. So if there's something you don't understand, please review this video. And if you still don't understand what I'm doing, leave me comments about what you think is missing. Now comes the rabbit hole, and I think this one is going to be a very interesting one. I'm going to play the same idea that I started with, but this time I'm going in the normal direction moving forward. You will hear a series of dominant 7 chords that will sound very familiar. This pattern is one of the most common sounds in music and has been used for many centuries. I'm ending this with a German 6th chord going to minor and then to major. Now let's hear the same musical idea that I started with as this video started. Remember that I am doing something very common, but by playing this idea in reverse, it has a very uncommon and rather exotic sound to it. This is the idea that I'm calling a rewind. There is something very unfamiliar about this that makes an old idea suddenly sound very new. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me comments about anything you like, comments about anything you'd like to see in the future, and remember that I consider all suggestions.